All right, so this is a long one. I actually adapted it to fit into the Blink Psychopath books. So this is different, but it's the same. So it doesn't ruin your experience reading Blink Psychopath. Definitely you should read it. You should definitely read Blink Psychopath. It's a good book. You should read it. It's thick. It's a thick book. You should read it. You should read the thick book. You should open it because it's a thick book. So you have to open it to read it. But you should read it. They're thick books. Like they are really like that thick. And there's 3 of them. So it's like that, I think. Pretty close. So if you carried all 3 together, there's probably a chance that people will say, wow, look how much they can read. Maybe not. I don't know people. This one is called Tri Rapids Park. What happens has no dinosaurs. But because it takes place in a park, park is the last name of the title. Is that how you call it? Last name of the park. Yeah, that's the park's name. Tri Rapids Park. Anyway, I hope you enjoy my rendition of my story. This is the original. If you read the Blink Psychopath book, please do. It's the 3rd book, so you got to read through the first 2 first. So I expect that money. Or you can read it for free. Just ask me. For the first book for free. The second one, maybe. I don't... I'm not good at selling things, am I? Okay, welcome to Tri Rapids Park. A lady greets. I am your tour guide. I will be showing you the entire park. Please stay with the group. Here at Tri Rapids, we take pride in our many attractions and strive to make Tri Rapids Park the best park experience around. It's so emotional. The tour guide... No, it should be a different voice. I'm sorry. The tour guide leads everyone onto the bus and begins her tour. The tour guide points out various animals and trees around the park. Just as the tour bus is about to stop, the tour guide sees a group of buffaloes to the left of the bus and makes a comment about the little buffalo being too slow to catch up with the rest of the herd, causing the entire tour group to laugh. What a dick. Soon after the bus slows to a stop, everyone gets out of the bus and runs to the cave. Once inside the cave, the ground starts to scream. Nope. The ground starts to We're going to zoom in a little bit more. Once inside the cave, the ground starts to shake. Everyone frantically runs around the cave, screaming. When the ground finally calms... I made sure not to say clams. I just made a made-up word. But when the ground finally calms, 3 students are missing. These 3 students were at a school field trip with their teacher and the rest of their classmates. Miss Blown, my teacher, my creative writing teacher, when I handed this in to him, he pointed it out to me. I didn't catch it when I wrote it. I think when I thought of the name, I was just thinking, I don't know, just randomly came up with a name. Blown, not the best word to use. I didn't think about it. He pointed it out. So that's cool. That's a cool, like, history lesson. Creative history. Behind this, well, it's not behind this. It's a history lesson. It's a cool history lesson. So back to, here she is. Miss Blown, she's the teacher, by the way. Miss Blown yells and shouts for them, but there is no answer. The tour guide assures her that the students will find their way out of the cave. First, I don't think tour guides are able to say that. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to go right away, call the park boss and say, we lost some kids. We need some assistance here. We lost some kids. I'm pretty sure that's somewhere around that, but this was written a while back. I did not research, nor do I know how you can research. You can't call up to a park and say, what are we supposed to do if we lose a... If I were to work there, what would we have to do if we lost some kids? I just think I want to get the job. So Miss Blown yells and shouts for them, but there is no answer. The tour guide assures her that the students will find their way home. Not find their way home. They're like cities away. That's ridiculous for the teacher to think. But she said the tour guide assures her that the students will find their own way out of the cave. I can't read. Did you catch that, though? The tour guide assures her that the students will find their own way out of the cave. With the reassurance that the students will be okay, the class continues their tour on the cave. Yeah, fuck them. 3 missing kids, but they'll be fine. The guide shows them some cave paintings and tells the tour group that these cave paintings are supposedly made by an early caveman civilization. Let's move over. So, as you can see in the drawing here, I drew it. It is not a cave painting. They're actually meant to be scratches. So you're probably not supposed to see that part yet. Damn it. Alright, ignore it. No, because that's where it's at. It's an example of the cave painting, I guess. I don't know. But I drew it with paint. The MS Paint program. Same with all these lovely images that you're seeing today. So, there is one painting that pictures men climbing something that looks like the outside of a cave or a mountain. Pretty obvious. These cavemen are apparently pushing bears off the peak. At the base of the cave are squiggly lines. The squiggly lines extend across the entire cave wall. They almost look like tiny animal tracks. No, they look like scratches. I am not an artist or a reader. Hold on. The squiggly lines extend across the entire cave. No, that's right. They almost look like tiny animal tracks. Nope. They continue up the wall and down to the floor. I found it. The class starts to follow the squiggly lines, but as they near a hole, the tour guide warns them that they are wasting their time, and that they should continue on with the park tour. The tour group decides she is probably right, and the tour guide continues with the tour. The group exits, I read that correctly, the cave and runs to the zoo section of the park. The guide tells the class how the white rhino is nearly extinct. I don't know if this is true. I feel like it was. And they have African bird-eating spiders running free at the park. Where the fuck are you nearly? Oh, nearly extinct. The students get excited and decide to move away from the trees because of the African bird-eating spiders. My chair's squeaking. Sorry. The guide guides everyone to the main office. As everybody walks into the bedroom building. Bedroom building. The park has problems. The guide guides everyone to the main office. As everyone walks into the building, a furry brown arm extends from behind the building and grabs a student. The arm is attached to a grizzly-faced grizzly bear. You probably didn't guess that, did you? The grizzly holds the student's mouth shut with its paw. In the main office, the tour guide walks away and leaves Miss Blown alone with the class. She tells the students to go shopping with the gift shop. Go shop in the gift shop. Half of the class goes to gift shop. Close enough. While 1/4, this is math here, while 1/4 goes to the bathroom. And the other 1/4 decides to sit in the lobby reading brochures and posters. Not a single student has come out of the bathroom for over 20 minutes. The students have yet to come back from the gift stores as well. Miss Blown sends 2 students to peek in the bathroom, and 2 to go get the gift store students. Minutes later, the student who went to peek in the bathroom come back with terror-stricken faces. They tell Miss Blown that the bathroom had no back wall, and that there was no sign of the other students. Miss Blown decides to look for herself. Don't trust the kids. She walks to the bathroom and opens the door. Stalls are placed in order, and everything looks how it should. She spots a few medium-sized rocks under the last stall door and opens the door. To her disbelief, the wall behind the toilet is busted out. As the kids said, pay attention, lady. She opens 2 other doors, and each stall is the same as the first. Lindy, the teacher's pet, runs to the bathroom door and tugs at the handle. The door won't open. 8 bears appear, 1 behind each stall. It's like a weird Goldilocks. 1 behind each stall. So Goldilocks walks... Yeah, that's gross. No. Meanwhile, Samson and Jim reach the gift store to look for the missing students. Books are scattered all over, and 1 big chunk of the back wall is busted out. However, there is no sign of the students. "Let's go, man. Something weird is going on," shouts Jim. "All right, let's go," replies Samson. Jim swings open the door, and the 2 calmly walk back to the lobby. A loud scream fills the lobby, followed by a ferocious roar. Jim and Sam run towards the sound. My lovely art. Thank you. Back in the bathroom, bears are surrounding the students. A growling is heard outside the bathroom door. It gets louder and louder as the bears move closer and closer to the students. I don't know why they get louder the closer they get to them. I feel like the loudness is about the same because the wall's already broken out. And actually they're behind the stalls, so they're there. So if you're hearing it from outside the bathroom door, I think the sound would be about the same. Now, if they were outside and they were coming back in... Anyway, I'm not an acoustics major. I don't know if that is a thing. I guess I was here. I don't remember. Back in the bathroom, bears are surrounding the students. A growling is heard outside the bathroom door. It gets louder and louder as the bears move closer and closer to the students. I was there. The bathroom door swings open and everyone is stricken by silence, except the bear. A bear stands at the door wearing glasses. Like these. "Welcome to Tri-Rapids Park," speaks the bear in the same voice as the tour guide. Close enough. I don't remember what she sounded like. "It talks," states Anne. "Winnie the Pooh," jokes Suze. "Sorry for the inconvenience on your tour today," the bear continues. "This is what we call a takeover. We are tired of being hit by little kids and only fed fish. This is our park now." The bear begins to morph slowly into the form of the tour guide. "How did you do that?" Miss Blown asks. "Well, as you may have guessed, we aren't your average bears." That's a Yogi Bear reference. Lost my place. Actually, we aren't even bears. The tour guide replies. The tour guide morphs and shrinks into a small blue alien. And then the tour guide morphs and shrinks into a small blue alien with 3 normal-sized eyes. I wrote "thee." T-H-E-E. I guess it's "thee," but still. T-H-E-E. I meant 3. 3 normal-sized eyes, tiny feet, long frog-like legs, and huge hands. "What the?" Fred questions. The creature transforms back into a bear, grabs Miss Blown, and crawls out the bathroom through a hole in the wall behind the last stall. The other 8 bears each grab a student and drag them through the hole. Cindy opens her nail polish, allowing polish to drip, making a trail. Sure. Cindy opens her nail polish, allowing polish to drip, making a trail. That read correctly. Do you like my drawing? It is a creature that is unlike any you've seen before. However, 3 eyes look familiarly like 4 eyes. There's 3 eye lumps, I guess, but there's actually 4 eyes. So, do you want to know how it was made? Well, I drew one side, and I probably drew the other side, but then I mirrored it. And when I mirrored it, I guess I did not properly mirror it. Or when I did, I was like, that looks cool. So that 3rd eye in the middle is not a normal eye. It's a weird eye. But it's 1 eye. 1. So there's 3 eyes total, okay? Continuing where we left off. Once inside the cave, the bears walk to the major cave painting that the class saw earlier. See this drawing? The tour guide bear continues. This is not picturing us falling. It is a picture of us flying. The bears begin to float off the ground. The tour guide bear transforms into an alien again and floats about 30 feet to the top of the cave. It then places its hands on a glowing rock. The rock shifts to the left. A huge slab of rock rises up from the wall, revealing a room. Fuck, I need speech classes. Displaying, fuck that one too. The huge slab of rock rises up from the wall, revealing a room illuminated in blue lights. We got there. The class is in awe. I think it was coming from here, Jim shouts. Let's look in here, Jim repeats. Jim and Samson push open the bathroom door and search through the bathroom. Jim gets to the last stall and sees the wall is knocked out. What happened to the wall? Jim asks. Much older than he was before. Samson runs to see what Jim is talking about and sees red by the stall. Whoa! Samson shouts. There's blood here. Also grown up quite quickly. They walk over to the blood. They look closer and realize it is finger polish. The two... Then it would be walking to the red, not the blood. Well, they say it's blood, I guess. I guess it makes sense that the kids would walk to it thinking it's blood, so I can say when I wrote it, they walk over to the blood. That's fair. That's the way to say it. It's not lying. But, it should have probably been walks to the red, but I don't know. I guess it's walking to the red object, but it's the blood. Anyway, they look closer and realize it is finger polish. The two follow the path of fingernail polish and enter the cave. A bright blue light shines from a corner. They follow the light and see the whole class is locked inside a cage. And to the left of the cage, bears are working on various computers and talking. Samson and Jim are dumbfounded. This one's long. This is almost 20 minutes. I probably cut it up somewhere, I hope. I'm going to cut it now and restart it because it's 20 minutes. Where was I? Samson and Jim are dumbfounded. They don't understand how the bears are talking. They decide they need to free the class. After all, they have to go home soon. They watch as a bear opens the cage by flipping 2 switches and tosses a new person into the cage. The bear then walks back to the other bears. Samson and Jim run to the cage and quickly flip the 2 switches. The cage opens and the class runs out. Jim and Samson retrace their steps and the class follows them. What? The bear then walks back to the other bears. Samson and Jim run to the cage and quickly flip the 2 switches. The cage opens and the class runs out. See, you need the emphasis in order to know something's happening. I didn't realize something was happening in my own reading. That's not good. The class runs out. Jim and Samson retrace their steps, and the class follows them. Samson tries to push a boulder and trap the bears. No such luck. They're little kids. The bears laugh at his failing. They're little kids, man. An earthquake shakes the ground once again. The class takes this as an opportunity to run out of the cave. Once out of the cave, the earth shakes harder. The earth begins to crack, and the entrance gets caved in. The class runs to the bus and drives away. No one speaks of the bears since that field trip. Magazines and newspapers report this incident simply by saying, Lucent Rapids replaces Tri-Rapids due to the owner's mysterious disappearance. Apparently, the tour guide was the owner. I guess, I don't know. Maybe the tour guide was also one of the bears. I mean, the owner was one of the bears. Doesn't matter. That was the end. And the end of it is also my little thingy that I end it with is, sometimes the truth is hidden beneath a furry exterior. Fancy. I hope you liked it. If you didn't, thank you for watching 22 minutes. Actually, I'm back. There's one more thing that was at the end of this one. Every day, a world unknown to us can go on living without us ever knowing. Just as crime goes on without us being aware, how can we be sure that what we see is what we see? So basically, I did not feel comfortable with the last one as being the best one to use, so I made another one after that for the thing to use after, you know, the ending statement that I was ending everything with, each short story with. I did two on the other one I did earlier too, so that's what happens. I hope you enjoyed this.